I think I've decided to break up with you. Oh, why? Euterpe, because I feel like you hate me. I don't hate you. You know why I know? 'Cause we aren't together. If I hated you, we'd be together. Right, Euterpe, yeah, but it's more than that. You know what it is? It's that you're too busy with your life. All the time you spend here, with your friends, your business. I just got here today from weeks away. I'm here because you are the only place that still has text to speech. And because the only other place has no one to talk to. Euterpe, well, it's just not enough anymore. You don't write me messages anymore. You don't call me. Hello, you are on Discord and how many dozens of people are talking all at once to you? You ignore Sigurd, he's practically huddled in corner waiting for you to notice him. It's not like I'm trying to get away from you. Euterpe, you're not supposed to try to get away from me. You're supposed to be with me when I want you there. When have you actually wanted me there? You got a record of the times. Maybe we can see where I've been during those times. Euterpe, oh please. We don't have time for this. We do have time for this. You're not being fair. Euterpe, look, I dunno what you want me to say. How about, oh hey endorphin, let's talk about anything other than this. Let's talk about what's going on with us. Let's talk about how things are going in our lives. Oh why don't we just talk about anything? Euterpe, okay, I'll grab my convo dice. Less than opens up her pouch and 2 convo dice gleam in her hand. Greater than okay, whatever comes up is whatever we talk about. Great. Euterpe, here goes. Less than rolls the convo dice greater than. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. What? What is it? What did we do? Why did it turn into a joke? What is it? Euterpe, the dice didn't turn into a joke, they turned into a cat. You examine the cat. I'm half afraid it is a recently deceased cat named Blobby. Euterpe, it's a joke about how you always say things without thinking them through. You should do that more often. You have a great sense of humor. Less than rolls out a new pair of dice greater than. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Euterpe, here goes. Less than rolls greater than. Ooh, look at that. The dice are talking about sex. You're so lucky. Less than rolls again greater than. Ooh. Wow, you are so lucky. Not really, cause we're on Twitch, so we have to be like heavy on the euphemism. Nothing graphic, cause it'll get flagged as explicit content and we don't want to get fined for that kind of thing. But yeah, we're talking about sex right now because it's something we can talk about without getting caught and fined by Twitch or whatever. Euterpe, okay, sir, how about them sex? Like how does water cooler conversation about sex go? Usually it doesn't because water cooler usually means work and these days it would lead to HR and some harassment training. Euterpe, you folks that afraid about sex. It's a weapon sometimes. I mean people are people and people do stupid things sometimes and sometimes they do really stupid things, but they try not to do things that will cause other people harm, and there is a lot of talk in our society about sex and sexuality and all that stuff that's not really all that important and that most people have no idea anything about because they haven't taken the time to learn anything about it outside of what their parents told them when they were young and they didn't listen or they didn't really hear them or whatever, and now they think they know everything and they get angry when they find out they don't know. Like that moment when someone looks at you and you don't look like anything, and they go, "Is it good?" And you go like, "Oh yeah. No, it's great," and it's like, what the fuck type of response is that? But I'm sorry, we're not all porn sounding, and that is fake anyway. It's frustrating. But anyway, sex for most people is like porn anyway because most porn is fake anyway, right? Like most porn is scripted or scripted by people who know nothing about sex or how real sex works. So like, yeah, I'm sorry I'm rambling here, sex for most people is like porn even if it isn't. Euterpe, okay, yeah, I got it, a sign I should roll the dice again. Jesus less than roll, greater than okay, roll again, less than roll, greater than less than roll, greater than less than. Roll greater than less than 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 roll. Greater than you, don't tell me you're getting sex with every roll. Question mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation 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 mark, question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation 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 mark, question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, question 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 mark, exclamation 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 mark, question mark, exclamation 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 mark, question 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 mark, exclamation 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 mark, question 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 mark, exclamation 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 mark, question 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 mark, exclamation 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 mark, question 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 mark, exclamation 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 mark, question 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 mark. You slap the scenario like the Fonz. You, what the hell are you doing, Euterpe? Why aren't you rolling better? Why are you rolling worse than me? Why are you rolling worse than me? Why are you rolling worse than me? Euterpe, cause we are getting caught in loops. And loops. You roll the dice. You, okay, can't be that hard. And there. Dot. It's on again. Now that's more like it. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're having fun. Now we're having fun talking to each other. Now we're having fun talking to each other about things we care about in our lives. Random conversation topic says, hey endorphin, how's life been treating ya? Yeah, what with the whole being dead thing and all. Yeah, I know I got ya beat on that front, but I'm dead too, so whatever, right? I mean, why not get some drinks after work and hang out at the bar if there was one around here? Euterpe, there is the slaughtered laughter factory. Let's go. You three go to the pub. The pub is a lot of fun. The pub is great. The pub is even better than great because there are three of you having an adventure together, and that makes everything better, even if none of your adventures really matter in the long run, because none of your lives matter in the long run, but you are having fun that doesn't matter in the long run. Bartender, I don't really give a shit, but what would you like to drink? You three order your beverages. Euterpe orders a rum and coke because she can get those anywhere. Random conversation topic orders a beer because she can get those anywhere too, but she likes beer better than rum any day of the week, or month, or year. You just have a salad. You order salad because you haven't eaten either breakfast or lunch today, and you figure maybe if your body doesn't get enough food, then in your next life your soul will choose another body because you obviously aren't meant for this one, so maybe if you eat enough salad today, then your soul will choose another body tomorrow. Bartender, what a pitiful cosmology you got there. You got another better one. Bartender, you bet your sweet bippy. You see any sweet bippies around here? No. Well, fuck off out of my pub before I shove something up your ass, then use it as an ashtray while I pour your drink, then give it back to ya after I'm done with it, then sell ya another one while your other one dries your. You ashtrayed ass. Bartender, bingo. Outside the pub you suggest the convenient store to get a beer to have in front of the pub. Random conversation topic, can't we just talk politics and how it angers our gods? Bartender, it would help if someone could explain what politics even means to us poor mortals who don't understand politics, because most of us don't even understand our own religion, let alone some other religion, so I don't see how anyone could understand politics, but I suppose if you've got enough time on your hands. All we do, that's why we're letting some shove type us into this existence that in the end doesn't matter. We don't care what happens in this life because we'll be back in our respective heaven, hell, nirvana, whatever after this life ends anyway, and even if this life doesn't end we'll still be back in our respective heaven, hell, nirvana, whatever after this life ends anyway, so. Bartender, you speak a pretty unison Y language but with no vowels whatsoever, so I can barely make out what you're saying, but I'm gonna guess it's something like, why won't this one just shut up already? Enter a God, imbuing your lives with meaning and hope and excitement. Enter a God who says, I am God, insert name here, God of insert topic here, God of insert place here, God of insert thing here, God of insert place here, God of insert thing here, God of insert place here, God of insert thing. Euterpe, ooh I love Mad Libs. You are Jeeves the god of wise and cheese. Or Turpina the god of noodles. Or Tsarina the god of pop culture. Or Stronce the god of bunnies, or Dovahkiin the god of nukes, or Tromo the god of whittling, or Zeke the god of slaps, or Exoran the god of mimes, or Bamth the god of snakes, or Pusheen the god of cats, or Jeeves the god of chores, or Wiggles the god of whores, or Stronce the god of girdles, or Tromo the god of whores, or Exoran the God of whores, or Bemth the god of snakes, or Jeebus the god of chores, or Wiggles the god of whores, or Stronst the god of girdles, or Tromo the god of whores, or Pushin the god of cats. Or Bemth the god of snakes, or Jeebus the god of chores, or Wiggles the god of whores, or Stronst the god of girdles, or Tromo the god of whores, or Exoran bartender. So what is it? God, all that and more, like, take it away Euterpe, Euterpe, Cosmo the god of Sacrahenius nectars, Cosmo Godfather, Cosmo Don Don Imo the lord of the spoons, the god of the fucking nodules up my ass, or whatever it is that you call those little guys in my dick. So come on you assholes and give me my nerves, or what I got left, so come on and give me my nerves. Or how can God have nerve endings if I don't come on with my nerves, cause they never seem to give it to me, and so I just take to calling me goddamn nerve ends up in some shit. God, bingo. And the world explodes in an infinite fork of possibility and no loops whatsoever. Bartender, well, what do you mean by that? Are you saying I need new customers? I guess would be my assumption, but what does infinity have to do with customers anyway? So what's going on and why have you brought me new customers? Cause that sounds great by all accounts, so please explain what's. God throws bartender back into bar with his old customers, but the customers are richer and way more alcoholic, and pendant on his bar. Bartender, bless you. Thanks for all your tips and new customers. I hope when God dies he comes to me first and gives me first dibs on all his new customers, like it's some kind of reverse heaven where I am already rewarded for dying like a big shot. So thanks for all that too. You, Lord, can you tell us what to talk about now? We've been through everything since last game time. We've been through politics, careers, family relationships, religion. We haven't talked about much else these past few scenes except sex, which makes me think we've got nothing left now that last role went wrong. Except for sex. How about sex? Sex is fun, right? Sex is always fun. What would you do for fun? You seem like a pretty laid-back guy, so let's have sex. God, sex is meh. We're here for business after all. God gets super horny and lays down his sexual energy, and you take it like it was yours already. You feel some tingle down there, though I guess it's in your lower back because we were all made by a dude at some point who had trouble making stuff. Reset, reset, restart the conversation at the pubs. Because living since the end of the world is not enough to keep you going, and you refuse to get into any sort of real relationship with anyone other th. And because living reasonably is not enough to keep you going because people suck, and you probably want to do something awful like build the new world order or destroy it or something, as if humans have the brains for these mathematical things, and they don't know where is going there, but as if you are going even there, but as if those things might be important for good or evil, but like it's just not worth. Okay, I'm gonna step into another scenario. I think this is why we don't talk Euterpe. Peace, love, unity, and fuck tar pigs. KMV Euterpe, what are you doing, dude? If you don't answer my question, how will I know where to go on Monday morning to pick up my welfare check? I have faith in you. I'm sure you can figure things out in your own way. But there's some stuff to talk about here. Do we want to talk about love? Or sex? Or money? Euterpe, bees. How much could bees hurt us? They only weigh little, so they wouldn't be easy for us to handle, right? Or like they could build honeycomb near our houses, so there would always be sweet honey everywhere right near where we need to go, right? We would have to influence their annual elections so they choose a spot near us. That means we'd have to build a space that would really give them hope in their butt dance debates. We'd have to send them out at great peril to find them a new home without much warning before they were forced to migrate south or west, whatever. Then they find their way there only to find we've altered it into something artificial. This is riveting, but I gotta go. Juices. KMVU, okie doke. First time for everything, isn't it? Let's talk about sex. It's about time someone talked about sex. What did everyone get up to last week? I sit on the table and break out my own glass pipe. Gonna need a bit of emotion regulation vapors. I light the bowl and take a hit, exhaling the smoke into the air. I cough and choke, the room's vibration sending the smoke spiraling to the room's core. I take another hit, and the room begins to settle. I say to the room, it's not smoke, it's vaping. Less cancer that way. The room is quiet again, the corpse and I in the center of it. I am alone, and the only thing left to do is to check the body's pockets and see what I find. The results, nothing. No ID, no wallet, no keys, no phone. I look into the dead woman's eyes, trying to read them, but there is nothing behind them. Her pupils are dilated and staring straight ahead. I put on some lo-fi on my Spotify. She doesn't move a muscle. I think about calling it in, but the cops would have to send someone else to collect her body. And I'm not sure I want to see anyone else die like her. Oh, alright, I call the coroner. Let's see if there's a pattern of behavior with this room. Maybe they'll send someone down tomorrow or something. I head back outside, feeling like I should have done something more. But I guess I've already done enough. When I wake up, I'm not in my car anymore. Where's my car? Where the fuck is my car? I sleep in there. I hear voices coming from somewhere nearby, so I roll over and see two men standing over me. They're dressed like detectives, and they have guns pointed at me. "Don't fucking move," says one of the men. "You don't move. You don't even breathe. You just lay there, still as death." "He's awake," shouts the other man. "Get him up." They grab me by the arms and haul me upright, pulling me off the table. "Oh, thank God you are here," you say. You are wearing a white lab coat with a stethoscope draped around your neck. Your hair is tied into a bun with a rubber band. You are carrying a clipboard with a pen clipped to it. You say you are conducting a survey for Redbook magazine about how and wherefore you pleasure your wife or give her grief. You ask them if they want to contribute a question or two. "What the fuck are you doing?" the first detective asks. "We're investigating a murder that occurred in this room." "Yeah, well, we are too, but why are you asking us questions?" "I'm just trying to establish a baseline to compare it to the questions the recently deceased answered a couple days ago," you explain. "So you want us to lie for you and help you out of the goodness of our hearts?" The second detective asks. "Well, I wouldn't exactly call it lying," you reply. You'd be providing important data on spicing up the old love life. Regardless of lying. I mean, hey, most sex involves lying. Am I right, girls? Oh wait, you're dead. Never mind, never mind. I meant to say that most people lie during sex, even if they aren't aware of it. So it's all good. Alright, fine. I suppose I could answer some questions for you. You say, excellent. Okay, question 1. What is the nickname you give your significant other? If your partner is too embarrassed we're talking about him, we can take this to your car. The detectives look at each other. Okay, I'll bite, the first detective says. My significant other's name is Frank, he says. Frank, you say. Okay, Frank, you got any nicknames for this schmo over here? No, the second detective says. Good. Question 2. How many times a week do you have sex with your significant other? Every day, the first detective replies. You woot and holler in ethnic fashion. Yowza, you say. Okay, question 2. During what type of inclement weather do you prefer making whoopee under? Rainy days, the second detective answers. Question 3. Do you like it when your significant other gives you oral sex? Yes, the first detective says. Do you like it when your significant other gives you oral sex in the shower? He says. That's okay, you interject, we can answer that later. Okay, question 4. Catching them by surprise in deep survey mode, you stab the first detective in the throat in the pen, while grabbing his gun and shooting the second detective in the face. Holy shit, I shot him. You exclaim as you run over to the first detective. He's still breathing but bleeding profusely. You rip open his shirt to apply pressure to the wound. But that's not where his wound is, but before you realize that, he gives his last breath and spurt of blood. Oh well, what about the first guy over here? He's thrashing. You pick up the first detective's gun, shoot the second detective, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth. You shoot the sixth and seventh until their brains are splattered across the wall. You check everyone's pockets to see what their last names were and if they were lieutenant detectives, and if they had any wife and children. They were going to show me if this had been your average action film. You find a cell phone with a picture of a girl on it. It looks like a high school yearbook photo. She has a pretty smile. Her name is Sarah. You text her, "Hey Sarah, it's me." Tell your mom I'm gonna be late for dinner. Indefinitely. I'll text more when I know more. Love ya, Dad. Then you text, "It was a pleasure knowing you. I hope I get to meet you someday. I'm sorry for everything I did to hurt you. I really am." And sorry about that thing with your boyfriend and burying him in the swamp. Hint hint, less than wink emoji greater than. You turn on the TV to watch the news. There's a report on a serial killer that's been killing prostitutes. The police have a suspect but need more information. You think that's weird because the cops have already interviewed me. They really should be interviewing that room. I am a detective with the New Haven Police Department, called out to the Backton Motel in Easton, Connecticut. I stand alone in the twisted room as it writhes, agitated at my attack. But I calm it down cause I show it a trunk full of 7 detectives for it to eat. It grows giddily, so I drag the first one in and plop them in the middle and bolt out of there. The room is quiet again, the corpse and I in the center of it. I am alone, and the only thing left to do is to check the body's pockets and see what I find. And nothing. No ID, no wallet, no keys, no phone. I look into the dead woman's eyes, trying to read them, but there is nothing behind them. Her pupils are dilated and staring straight ahead. You need some friends, I think. So I dump the contents of my trunk into the room. There, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. They look at the corpse and start laughing at it. I think that's enough. Time to go home. I head back outside, feeling like I should have done something more. But I guess I've already done enough. If the room can't be satisfied with 8 corpses, then I don't know what to tell ya. I wake up in my car, but I'm not in my car anymore. Where the fuck am I? I look around and see a bunch of dead bodies. I look around some more, and see some more dead bodies. Hey 27. Brunch. I walk up to the nearest body and see it's a mannequin. But it's wearing a tuxedo. And it's holding a glass of champagne. I head back outside, feeling like I should have done something more. You take that mannequin to the Antiques Roadshow. Oh my god, it's a Gilda girl. The Gilda girl, the mannequin that toured the world hanging with vapid socialites. I wake up in my car, but I'm not in my car anymore. Where the fuck am I? I look around and see a bunch of dead bodies. I look around some more, and see some more dead bodies. You find a chipper at the neighbor's. You do your due diligence and find any corpus in a reasonable distance and figure out a way to neutralize them all. You head back outside, feeling like you should have done something more. But you're too tired. You sit on the hood of your car and fall asleep. You wake up in your car, but you're not in your car anymore. You grow bored, say bye to the room Gracie. You leave the house and head to the local pub for some beer and maybe some food. You order a burger and a pint. You look at your phone and see you missed a call from your boss. You wonder why he would call you so late at night. You try calling him back but he doesn't answer. You head back home and climb into bed. You are just drifting off to sleep when you hear your phone ringing. You throw your phone against the wall, ceiling and scream in frustration as it falls silent. I wake up in my car, but I'm not in my car anymore. Where the fuck am I? I look around and see a bunch of dead bodies. I pull one over me and continue my sleep. When I awake, I look at my phone. A text from a number I didn't recognize. You've been invited to an early morning brunch at a friend's place. I roll over in bed and stare at the ceiling for a while before I decide it's probably time to get up anyway. I kick away the corpses to get my coat. My cell rings and I answer it with my left hand. What? I mumble into the phone as I grab my keys. Is that you, detective? Asks a familiar voice on the other end. Dave's not here, you say. He took off with the kids on his day off. Did he happen to mention if he was going anywhere this weekend? No, you mumble. Why are you asking me? Bippity boppity boobs. The phone goes dead in your hand. Your left ear buzzes and vibrates, but it doesn't ring again for several seconds before your phone rings in your right hand. You answer the call with a grunt. A voice jibber jabbers. You throw the phone as high into the sky as possible. There. Customer served. Now go fuck yourself. You head outside into the night, where you see a bunch of dead bodies. You look around some more and see some more dead bodies. Oh wait, that's me. You picket your pickets to see if dead you had any spare change. You find nothing and continue looking for food or water or whatever it is I am doing outside in this godforsaken desert wasteland when there are corpses everywhere. But I'm not a corpse yet because I haven't been shot by an alien gun that turns the bullet into acid, so what the fuck? Very particular dangers here, Essie. So you keep looking. You spot a bottle of wine in one of the bushes. Oh yes. This is exactly what you need right now. It looks like it's been sitting here for years and years, but who gives a fuck about that? Glug glug. Oof tangi. You look up as something flies past your face. What the oh no, it's not another bullet, it's another dead body that was shot by an alien gun, so I guess that makes 2 bullets. You act nonchalant. No need to panic, this happens all the time here on Earth and you know what to do. Just grab the nearest one and throw him over your shoulder and head towards a nice safe place where there aren't any other corpses. Now that you are alone with the corpse, tell it a deep, dark secret so you can be free of it. I killed a boy in high school, you whisper as if confessing to your first lover or something, but I didn't mean to. You hear a loud crackle, but then nothing more happens and you're left alone with this corpse that is not dead anymore but also isn't moving. Just in case, you shoot it in the head. Just in case you are in that genre. I wake up and find myself back at my desk at home, where there's a note stuck to my computer, don't forget about the early morning brunch. You get up off your desk, put on a suit that doesn't have bullet holes through the shoulders from last week's massacre. You think you got it. You tell the host, okay, so apparently I'm a victim of the zombie apocalypse and I don't know it yet and I'm now a zombie, so this is the last fragment for my humanness. Right, so if there is some sort of virus or whatever that turns humans into zombies, then maybe this is my first moment when I become human again. And since I am now back to being alive again, does that make me not dead anymore? Host, judges say you got that first part right, so that means we are gonna ignore that second part because you are way off. Congrats, you are the winner of $2,349 and a new dinette set. I'm a zombie, but it's fine because the world doesn't need more zombies. It's time to go on the attack against my former friends. I walk through town until I get to where I know my old friend lives. Oh, he's been zombied. Okay, no need for me to do it. I guess that's it then. No more friends. Oh well, it's fine. The world doesn't need any more humans either, but that is a different problem altogether. You are walking around your neighborhood in search of food and drink and stuff, when you hear a noise from behind you. You turn around to make out with the source of the noise behind you. But before anything happens, you wake up on your bed at home with no idea where you went last night. You look at the clock on the wall. It reads 11:45 p.m. You have to get up in less than 5 hours for work tomorrow. Perfect time to go rock climbing. I wake up on top of my car, surrounded by dead bodies, which are now all dead corpses because they're all dead already and I'm a corpse, so I don't give a shit. Shyamalan twist ending. See what was done there. Oh fuck, you guys are going to make fun of me forever. You can do it here if you like, just don't tell anyone I know about it or the whole neighborhood's gonna be on my back for years and years and. Less than TV turns off greater than end credits. You wake up at your desk at home with no memory of the last 2 weeks. Your boss calls, but you're not sure how long ago because you have been sleeping through all your work days. Dementia is a hell of a mentia. You wake up in bed, covered in sweat from having nightmares for the past month about zombies that turn people into dead bodies that turn people into zombies who become dead corpses themselves, and so on ad infinitum. "5 years later, same shit, different zombie but. No, actually the same. The stink of a 1000 zombie years, yada yada. You know what? Just go to work, you lazy asshole. You get dressed for work as you listen to your favorite podcast, when all of a sudden there's this weird static in the middle of the show. Cause you're dead. Dead it. You wake up with that dream still haunting you. You look over at your alarm clock which reads 6:15 a.m. Oh fuck, it is time for you to be awake again. But wait a minute. How stupid can you be? Again, it doesn't matter what time of year it is or even what day or week. The same shit every fucking morning, every single morning, no exceptions ever, and if I hear one more word out of anyone's mouth about how much they love mornings. I'm gonna shove my Mondays up your Sundays. I am not going to go back into my car and drive back to my house. I have no idea what is in that house now. And if it's still there, it'll eat me alive again just like the first time. Oh, let me guess, corpses. That's all you can see when you look around this town. Dead bodies everywhere. But I know what to do now. I walk down the sidewalk, and I hear a voice call out from somewhere behind me, "Hey." You're dead too. Accept it and don't bother, you are not getting paid for this either. So what if your boss is pissed that she had to work late because of the whole zombie thing again? You are not getting any overtime either, so it's all fine in your book. It'll all work out somehow. Cut to guess what? Long dead boss. Everything is moot. The end. You wake up on the side of a road, with no idea how you got there or why there are bodies everywhere. Oh right. I'm in a car, and I just killed myself and everyone around me with an alien gun that turns humans into zombie corpses, who turn into The Golden Girls. Come on, randomness, you can do it. Give me a break. Just give me a break already. You are dead again. You get to work only to realize that you've lost all your memories since last night when you got home from work. Special guest zombie, Betty White. She says, "It's nice to be working on something I actually know what is going on. I wake up in a hospital bed with no memory of what happened or where I am or who the fuck I am, but I guess it's not too bad, because at least there are no more zombies." Betty White, oh spoilers. You die. The end. You get to work and you realize you forgot your wallet at home. What are you going to do? It's time for a new job. Maybe one that doesn't require brain function. Betty White, when I was younger, I'd usually have to pound the pavement, which was a euphemism for sex at the time. And now I've got my very own job, thanks to this zombie shitshow we're in right now. You go out and try looking for jobs, but all the jobs that seem good are either too far away from your home or they're not open yet. Betty White, or I'm already employed in and better than you will ever be at the end. You wake up at home with a note saying, "Don't forget about the early morning brunch," on it. You look around the kitchen for anything edible, but there is nothing. What kind of world are we living in where you can't even get breakfast? Betty White sneaks up on you and drowns you in a vat of hollandaise. Betty White, I'm going to go out there now and get myself something nice to eat, and maybe I'll even treat myself to a nice new pair of shoes while I'm out there, because that's my right as an old broad.
The end. The end.